friends. I asked you guys on my Instagram, which, side plug, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. The link is in the description of the video. But anyways, I asked you guys on Instagram if you would be interested in me talking about my process of trying to write a book, and a lot of you guys said yes. So that's what I'm going to do. I have always really loved creative writing. This definitely ages me, but back when Xanga was a thing, right along with LiveJournal, I had a Xanga and I would always do these like little, almost like blog post equivalent type things with just like little comedy bits on those. And I've always loved, you know, story writing and creating. And obviously, because a lot of my songs that I write either are based in stories or like there's a whole narrative I come up with in my head that the song is based on. So it's always been a part of my life. And I had decided a couple years ago that the next, I guess, logical step was for me to try my hand in writing a novel. I had an idea for a novel that I shelved. I had this different idea for a contemporary YA novel a couple years ago and started writing it and have like slowly been writing it, and I'll be away from it for a while doing other stuff and then I'll come back to it. But I decided this year, I really have set the goal for myself to finish the first draft of this book. And I always knew if I was going to write a book, it would probably be a contemporary book rather than any kind of sci-fi or fantasy. I don't think I'd be very good at world building, and it's not like just something I'm that interested in doing at this point. So I knew it would either be like a dystopian type situation or a contemporary novel, so that's what I'm trying my hand at. And the idea I had for this particular one is to have a soundtrack to the book that I write the music. So essentially like a 4 or 5 song EP that goes in conjunction with the book, that's all songs based on moments in this book. I think that I've gotten to the point that songwriting, I usually can tell if it's good or not. I've been doing it long enough, and I'm definitely my own harshest critic, that I have a pretty good sense of, you know, if I'm doing something that's working. Book writing is so different because if I write 3.5 minutes of a song and it sucks, it's easy to just not do anything else with that song. But if I write a 50 to 70,000 word novel and it sucks, that's a lot of time and a lot of words to have gone into something that's not good. And I think I've always gotten really overwhelmed and intimidated by the fact that people seem to talk about like these characters speak through me, and I'll just like sit and it's like almost I have a conversation with these fictional characters, and I've never felt that way. It's not some sort of like out of body experience. I just, you know, it's more about like a story to tell. I don't know. So I automatically have thought I'm just doing this wrong from the get-go. And then so many people are so like organized with like outlines, and I am the first to admit that I really don't know a lot of I'm not well educated on what people are supposed to do when they write a book. So that could end up being wildly problematic. But so far, literally what I've done, I mean, I've thought about a lot of things and have like a general idea of where I want the story to go, but I haven't outlined anything. I haven't like fully planned out anything. It has literally just consisted of me sitting down and just writing. And I have no idea if that is good, if that is bad, if this is going to be a disaster. Yeah, I mean, I really, like, this has been really difficult because I look at everything and I'm like, does this suck? Like, does this totally suck? I heard from a lot of authors that that's just kind of part of it, of being like, oh my god, this is trash and I'm trash. This is hard. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone, and definitely outside of what I assumed it would be. Not that I went into it being like, I'm gonna be fantastic, but I just didn't think it was gonna be quite this hard. Basically, my process so far has been questioning every step of the way, thinking that I am complete garbage, that this is going to be an epic failure, and then occasionally sprinkle with moments of being like, oh, this is good. I came up with something good here. So I guess all of this to just say I have no idea what I'm doing. I really, really hope that this turns out to be something, but it could be nothing. I'm 15,000 words in at this point. I'm just trying to write the kind of thing that I would enjoy reading, and that's the same approach that I take with songwriting. Like, I write songs that I would enjoy listening to. I don't know. If any of you guys are writers, I'd love to hear in the comments about like what your process is, what you've struggled with, what you've found to be like some really good tips and ways that you've been successful. And I don't know, man, I'll keep you guys updated on this whole hot mess, but I'm definitely in the stage of like, this might be a huge mistake. So yeah, I will say on the flip side, a lot of the stuff that I've come up with for the songs for this book, I really like. So I'm super excited about that part of it, but that's, you know, it makes sense that that's what's coming more easily to me because I write songs first and foremost. So yeah, so I really hope I can pull this all together. This may be something that we can all just look back on and laugh and be sad about in the future, but I'm gonna try and stay hopeful and slightly optimistic. So new music's coming soon. I will try and kind of chronicle this process of book writing, and I love you guys, and I will see you next time.